Did you ever imagine yourself being a target of terrorists? What is your first step that you're going to do while countering the attack? How probable are you going to achieve this? Myself, Suru Tambakam, a data science and business analytic intern at the Spark Foundation. Today, I'm going to present you with my take on the global terrorism data. Let's get started. The Global Terrorism Data is an open source database with, with more than 200,000 of terrorist data since 1970. This project aims to find out a metric to measure the terrorism and compare successive years with respect to the casualty level, understand hidden patterns inside GTD features such as categorical features and textual features. Phase 1, the Global Terrorism Index. The Institute of Economics and Peace ranks all the countries according to four factors. That include the total number of incidents, the total number of fatalities, the total number of injuries, and the total property damage happened in that year. These four factors are weighted average and obtain the RA score. The RA score for the reference year and for the 5 previous years is then weighted averaged and obtain the final score. The final score is log transformed to obtain a scale ranging from 0 to 10 and to obtain the GTI score. Up here you can see the total number of deaths, total number of injuries, and total number of events happen. By total, I mean that both the victims and the perpetrators added. I have also plotted the trend line for the past 2 decades. You can see it peaked at here and then slowly, gradually decreasing. The overall success rate is about 88.5%. I have plotted each event with respect to their country and their city. Wherever you see a red density, the amount of events happened or more. We can conclude that terrorists are more interested in attacking certain parts of the world. You can also filter by region and take a look at them closer. You can also filter by countries. These are the top 10 most affected countries by the GTS score provided. You can also see how the filter changes the overall deaths and overall events happen. Move on. Comparing year to year. Until now, we've seen terrorism as a whole. Now we will compare the consecutive year to understand the seasonal patterns. One thing to note here is the reference year and the previous year. The year which are we studying refers to the previous year as a reference year. So for the year 2020, 2019 will be the reference year, and for the year 2019, previous year will be 2018. And that goes on. If we switch it to 2019, this changes 2018 and this changes 2017. You can also see how the difference between the previous year and the reference year. In here, I plotted the casualty difference, and in here, I am plotting the number of distinct targets, weapons, and attack type count. This is the largest increase in the casualty based on the previous year's score. And in here I'm plotting the top 10 terrorist groups with respect to the reference year. And in here I'm plotting the normalized casualty level between the reference year and the previous year over months. You can see how these things change when I change the year. You can also switch this to weeks, quarters as your heart's content. Let's put it at months for now. Notice how Taliban become the most affected, most influenced terrorist group over years, and ISIL. And if you have noticed, the amount of casualty level has been decreased over the last previous 5 years, and that would be a good sign. Patterns. So far, we have discovered the overall GTI measure, and we have seen seasonal trends over terrorist activities. Now we will see hidden patterns in GTI features such as correlation between categorical variables and topic modeling using the textual data available in the GTD. So what I have done is I created a contingency table for a category that you will choose here and the fatality level grouped by the causality class. And then I created the frequency matrix and derived the principal components using singular value decomposition. And I'm plotting here the dimension 1 to dimension 2. You can see the how these categories are related with the fatality levels. The sub-Saharan Africa, the East North Americas, and then the Central Asia. You can also see some other things related to countries, which countries are related to which fatality level, and weapons, attack type. And you can also see the target, militia, the private citizens who have been targeted most. And you can also see the contribution of each weekday in their attack. So most of them are held on Tuesday in North America, and you can select another region or city to see what it contributes. And down here, I'm plotting the term frequency and document frequency for each year based on the theme, based on the textual information we have. We are now seeing the information of the summary of the attack. So we can see which words are more frequent. You can see here in this score we can see more of the weekdays are frequent. ISILs, Lebanon. We can also change this. These are the motives for terrorist passages, exploration, sentiment, variance, enforcement, and we can also see the weapon that is being used. Bomb weapons, bombings in 2008, bomb weapons again. You can see there is there's a frequent pattern that being followed here. If you can notice here, there has been a frequent pattern that has been followed. Before I conclude, let me show you what happened in the backend. In here, I have documented all of my steps that I took, the overview of the GDD, overview of the project, what are the other researches have been done, in this area, and I have listed my procedure of doing the project, what I use, what I not use, and all statistical techniques that I used. Let me show you this. You can see how I calculated the GTI, the Global Terrorism Index, using Python. Here you can follow how I created it. And also I have included the statistical methods that I used in the R publications. You can see here it's a corresponding analysis that I did. This is a function that I used, that I created custom function for it, and I did the correspondent analysis for it. This is the pre-designed thing. You can see the dimension plotted. Also topic modeling. This is how the previous pre-image I have been done. The same thing, but in ggplot. This is for the motifs, and this is for the weapons. And what else you can do? We have seen a metric, we have derived a metric for terrorism. We have seen the similarities and dissimilarities over here. We have seen patterns over using statistical methods and topic modeling. So you can also see some correlations between these features, and we can delve into these features, or we can also use latent growth modeling analysis to predict the chronological patterns. We can use clustering to group events and analyze the killing ranges, understand the different organizations, activities of the organizations. Also, I want to add a note here that GTD is not the only database for terrorism. There are many databases such as RAND, MIPT, World Incident Tracking System, Stock Search, etc. Do take a look at all of those data and check what is similar and what is not dissimilar. Get an idea about terrorism. Here I also added the references for what I have done. All of the references, you can check them. And I want to show one of these references, that is the Global Terrorism Index 2020 by IEP, which is Institute of Economics and Peace. In here, they listed about the GTI index, how to calculating the GTI index. Here it is. They calculated how the methodology of calculating GTI index, how the weights have been assigned. You can explore it. How these log transformed, how the bands have been calculated. And this is the chart manual for the 2019. How what is the what this is the like the code book, all the origins of DDD, how the collection methodology, what are the all the variables are being indicating, what are the potential things that we needed to include the terrorist item in the GTD database. You can check all of those things here. Thank you.